This is the all-new BMW X2. It'll set you back just under 900,000 Rand. Should you be considering it, or should you be considering something else? That's what we're discussing in today's video, so let's get into it. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoy these types of videos. This week I'm driving the new X2. This is the 18i S-Drive. Really good looking vehicle. I like the design and the styling. It's known as a SAV or sports activity vehicle, and it's basically just the coupe styling and design, right? At the front you got these really cool LED headlamps which are adaptive and offer high beam assist. A lot of black bits around the front grille, as well as this bottom lip. Looks quite nice on the road, looks very sporty and very menacing, but it's not the fast one, right? If that's the one you want, then you're going to be looking at the X2 M35i, which is also available, and I'll talk to you guys briefly about that. Once you open the bonnet, this one is powered by a 1.5 liter 3-cylinder turbocharged motor, and it's mated to a 7-speed transmission. It's good for 115 kilowatts and 238 newton meters of torque. Tops out at about 213 kilometers an hour, and it goes from 0 to 100 in 9 seconds. Not the quickest cars, but the 1.5 liter does deliver quite nicely on this vehicle. It just feels a little bit strained from time to time, but I'll talk to you guys more about that when we're on the road. So coming around the side of the vehicle, you do get this 20-inch rims. This one is the M Sport package. So you get this two-tone finish, which is this machine finish with this graphite gray. Looks quite nice, really nice design on this rim, and they're wrapped in these Pirelli tires. You get your mirror housings, and then you also get your M Sport badging over here, and then you do get some roof rails with quite a big panoramic sunroof. Brings the extra light into the car, and sunroof's always welcome in South Africa. So coming around to the back of the vehicle, obviously this coupe styling kind of continues, and very much more prominent here at the back with the sloped window. You do get a rear shark fin, and then you've got this black boot spoiler. Looks quite cool, and also playing part at the bottom with this rear diffuser and the black bits, adding to that sportiness and dynamic styling of this X2 coupe. You got these LED tail lamps which look absolutely amazing, and in the night they really light up pretty cool, and they look pretty cool. And then you got your X2 badging and your 18i badging, and then you got 495 liters in the boot, an electrically operated tailgate obviously, and then you've got a spare tire which is a biscuit spare tire, so better than no spare tire, so still very grateful for that. And then you got storage on either side of your boot, as well as some lights. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying our videos, and most importantly, don't forget that AutoAdvisor is a technology company in the automotive industry that's focused on getting our customers the best price on their next new car. All you got to do is head over to autoadvisor.co.za, inquire on any vehicle that you're interested in purchasing, and somebody from our team will get in touch with you, go out and negotiate on your behalf to get you the most competitive price on your next new car. And you can safely sit back at home and relax, knowing that our team is trying to get you the best deal from our national footprint of dealers across the country. So overall, I think very nice design on the X2, and yeah, let's jump inside and I can take you guys through it. So jumping into the rear of the BMW X2, and quite a bit of leg room. Headroom is slightly compromised due to the coupe-like styling, but I do still fit in here, and there is a bit of space above my head. Driving seat is in my driving position, and I'm 1.8 meters tall. You do get air vents with 2 Type-C ports, as well as some storage here at the bottom and behind each seat. You've also got quite a big storage area on either side of the door. Pretty big for any of those bigger bottles, but you also get 2 cup holders in your center armrest, and then you've also got ISOFIX as well. Panoramic roof doesn't come all the way to the back, but it is bringing in a bit of light for those rear passengers, and absolutely nothing wrong with the rear seats of the X2. Jumping into the front seat of the BMW X2, you're met by this lovely leather wrapped steering wheel. quite chunky, feels really nice in your hands. And then you've obviously got this new kind of layout on your steering wheel as well. On the right hand side, you've got some of your media unit controls as well as some of your telephone controls, and then on the left hand side you've got your cruise control settings. I do like the design at the bottom of the steering wheel with, you know, this kind of aluminium finish, and your M Sport badging looks pretty cool. And then you've got your curved dual screen setup. Obviously this digital instrument cluster does have some customization. There's about 3 different views in here. You've also got a heads-up display with a bit of customization as well, a couple of views that you can put up on there. And then you've got your media unit, which is touchscreen. You've got all of your controls embedded in it, including your aircon controls. So you only have these 2 aircon controls that are not embedded within your media unit. And you do get Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, all of that good stuff. This one's also got navigation, you get ambient lighting, and this one also has wireless charging. And then it's got 2 cup holders in the front, 2 Type-C ports here. You've got quite a bit of storage under this floating kind of armrest, and this is where your gear selectors are also available. You've got a 360-degree camera, which is quite useful. This being quite a long car, it becomes a bit challenging to kind of park sometimes, especially with these big 20-inch rims. I was quite scared that I would scratch them sometimes, and this camera really did me well and allowed me to kind of navigate those parkings quite easily. This one also does have the park assist function, so you can use that as well. But your media controls, your camera controls, and obviously your gear selectors are all in this floating armrest. And then you've got some additional storage space in here as well. So the finishes are quite nice on this interior. A lot of these chrome finishes with this kind of embedded diamond finish on your dash. This one's also got the Harman Kardon sound system, and overall just quite a pleasant experience in this BMW X2. And then obviously the panoramic sunroof kind of playing part here in the front seats for the, you know, for the driver and the passenger. This one's also got this very cool sports seats in the front with this gray and white finish. It looks really nice. I don't know how I feel about the white leather in the car. I mean, I got kids, so I can tell you this leather in white is not going to be doing me any justice, but it does look pretty cool. And yeah, really nice finish. The seats are quite comfortable as well. They are electrically operated for driver and passenger side. The Harman Kardon sound system, it's there, good clarity, but you know, not as kind of banging as I'd like it to be. So obviously this is being a bit more of an entry-level Harman Kardon sound system. So overall, good sound and experience coming out of it, but not as loud and you know, not as cracking as some of the other Harman Kardon systems that are available. You get some cubby space in here, which is pretty decent, and then you've got storage on either side of your door. So overall, nothing to really complain about in the BMW X2, and we'll talk more about it on the drive. So without any further ado, let's get on the road and let's see what this X2 is all about. So on the road, the BMW X2 does drive quite well. It's pretty comfortable, goes around the corners quite nicely, and the seats hug you quite nicely as well. You know, overall, I don't really have too much to complain about in terms of what it's like on the road. I think the biggest complaint I have is that this 1.5 liter does feel a little bit strained from time to time, this being quite a big vehicle, and I've been alone in the vehicle for most of the time. So, you know, I haven't had it with a full load doing an extended trip, but I can still feel that, you know, from time to time it does feel a little bit strained. But with that said, you know, the 115 kilowatts is good enough for your daily commute, running around and doing all of that stuff. And, you know, having that little bit of power when you want to overtake and do what you need to do. But it is quite a big vehicle, right? And with that said, you know, with the cameras and stuff on this vehicle, it does allow you to maneuver the vehicle quite easily, and you're able to get around and park and do what you need to do without too much of effort, which is obviously quite welcomed. And yeah, I think the reality though is that I want more power, right? And obviously you've got the M35i for that. So there is only 2 models in this range from what I've seen on BMW site. The other issue I have is the driver assist, right? I thought this vehicle had no adaptive cruise control or anything of that sort, because when I went into the driver assist within the menu or the media unit, I couldn't see anything on there. It just showed lane keep assist. And when I'm driving now though, I see it does have a couple of different modes, which is your active cruise control or adaptive cruise control, as well as your assisted driving. And it works quite well, but I'm still struggling to understand how do I kind of set the distance between the car in front of me. So it doesn't feel very intuitive. So I'm sure I'll figure it out, but yeah, for first time coming into the vehicle, and it can be a little bit confusing, right? Other than that, I've been getting about 12 liters consumption without any highway driving. This one does look like it has a mild hybrid system as well. Got this boost functionality here on your pedal shifter, and then I can see this little kind of battery charging when I'm not accelerating the vehicle. It is quite smooth on the road though, and I think the overall build and stuff feels quite nice, and you do appreciate that you're in a German vehicle, right? And I think BMW has done a good job. I think from a styling and a design perspective, the vehicle looks absolutely amazing. Certainly drew a lot of attention on the road, a lot of people looking at it, and a lot of people thinking it's this super quick SUV, right? But actually this model is not the super quick SUV. If you want that, you're gonna have to get the M35. So with that said, let's get into the pricing, right? In terms of pricing, you can get into the X2 for about 879,000 Rand. And if you want the 235 or the X2 M35i, that one will set you back about 1.3 million Rand. And 400,000 Rand difference. I mean, if you can afford it, I would highly encourage you to get the M35i. I think it will bring a completely different dynamic to this vehicle, and obviously give you that bit of excitement that you're looking for from time to time. But if you can't, then I definitely think it is a worthy vehicle, worthy checkout. I like the price point, coming in under 900 grand for this model, and obviously with all the options it can kind of pile on. But yeah, I think also backed by BMW with their maintenance plan and all that stuff. So certainly something to check out, right? If you're looking for these big kind of coupe-like SUVs. Obviously the competition being the Q3 coupe, and then you've obviously got the GLC coupe as well, which I assume would compete with this particular model. But other than that, looks quite nice, feels quite nice, and it is quite nice. So make sure you check it out, go and give it a test drive and decide for yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next one.